So our next key resource and sponsor, someone who I met in person before the pandemic, has come to Nacho events and really, there's a golden retriever of what people do. Bringing in the people to do the cases that you want to do is a big part of that. So we had marketing with 1-800-Dentist. There's so much opportunity for marketers to connect with our community and win. There's an opportunity to develop your niche and what do you want to share with patients through video, through Facebook. So I want to welcome Shane Simmons, founder of Crimson Media. To reach out to Shane, you can text 55444. Shane has gotten to know me over the years. We've met in person. The Nacho community knows him, but Shane, share with our community what you do and how you help dentists.
Yeah, no, thanks again for having me, Paul. So, basically our whole goal is to help dentists build the type of practice that they envisioned maybe when they went into business ownership. And you talked about it earlier in this live session here. In dental school, you're taught all the ins and outs of the clinical side of dentistry. Krebs cycle, of course, you can't forget that. Yeah. I'm not a dentist and I know about the Krebs cycle listening to Paul enough. But what you're not taught is how do you actually bring those patients in that are going to allow you to do the type of work that you're passionate about and build the type of practice that you are happy to go to work to every day and not have a lot of nacho tears, so to speak. So what we do is we help bring those patients to your practice through what we call omnipresence marketing, where we help you become visible, and not only just visible, but in a way that shows patients that you're the right practice for them.
And also what I like, Shane, is, if you said to a dentist, you're going to have $4,000 of production tomorrow, you like that? They say, yes, it's 20 class 2s. I don't like that, right? So it's also the type of the work that you're doing. And I like that you share wins on the groups about your clients. Tell us about some of your clients who have just done some cool things over the pandemic, whether it's capturing more implant cases or sleep apnea, and how they're excited to share that with you.
Yeah. So, obviously this year's been a crazy year, but we have, and I'm really proud to say this, a large number of clients who are on track to have a record year in production, even with the shutdown. So for example, October, I know a lot of people's schedules, look pretty bare and minimum, and that was totally normal. But the clients who've been working with us for, a year, 2 years, their schedules have been packed throughout the month of October into November, December. And so you can go out there and you can, be ultra successful, but as they say, Rome isn't built in a day. And so that's the same thing with marketing. There's a lot of, get rich quick type schemes out there. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. What you need is to develop and build a solid brand, a solid name through an omnipresence online, start funneling patients in that way. We actually had a Nacho member just yesterday I was emailing back and forth with, and we were talking about some of the different things that we were doing. And he said, hey, just wanted to let you know, between these emails, we just closed a $12,000 implant case paid for in the office in between our emails here. And they found us on Google. So that's the type of production you can create. You can create those happy cases in your office for the team, profitable cases, but you got to have a system in place. And that's what we help you with.
And I'm, at the end of this show, I'll share a couple of videos. And I think you saw my implant video from 12 years ago. The person found me on Google. You didn't have a business at that time. We used a type of pay-per-click marketing to capture that person. So it's the same things, whether it's a Crimson Media, the 1-800-Dentist, the Jamie DeBeast, just awareness of what you're doing. So you bring these patients in, and then you're able to help them in a way, and more work on fewer people is the theme that I've been telling the residents about for a decade. Dentistry isn't going to be 4 root canals, 4 crowns on 1 patient. It's going to be a lot of maintenance and then a lot of opportunity to change people's lives. Have some of your clients, Shane, actually taken extra implant training because you brought them implant patients? I think that's something that dentists would really like to hear. They built their own implant cases through that.
Yeah. So a couple of examples of that. We have a startup practice who it's going on her 1 year of being open. And she is, basically a baby age dentist. And she has, we started doing some implant marketing for her, and she was just placing some single implants and that type of thing at first. But she started getting a lot of full arch cases who were, needing work done. And she was referring that out. She said, well, I want to be able to keep this here in my office and do this myself. So she's since been taking courses over the last several months so she can do some more full arch cases that we're bringing her from her marketing. And over the last, I think it was 2 months now when we ran the report, she's closed over $40,000 in implant cases. And this is something, she's super passionate and excited about. And it's obviously taking her startup to levels that, she did not foresee in such a quick matter of time. Second client, been practicing in his private practice for about 3 years since he purchased it. And it was kind of the same situation where he's getting a lot of patients in the door. They're doing record production numbers. He says, it's time for us to start bringing some of these implant cases in-house. So he's actually brought in an associate periodontist to come into his office a few days a month and start closing and placing some of these full arch cases that we're bringing in his practice. So it's one of those things where maybe you're not, doing it right now and you just need some general patients in the office or some general emergency marketing. Whatever it is, we can help you out and help you bridge that gap to where you want to be in the future, but it's never too early to start.
I think it's such a great message. You're, great Nacho Shane. You embrace everything we do in this community. I want to share again. People can text Crimson to 55444. You've been working with people, helping, and when it's legal again, Shane, you'll come back to Philadelphia for more Elvez nachos.
I can't wait for some Elvez. I've missed it.
Awesome, Shane. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.